Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a new health clinic opens up in one eastern Kentucky city, giving more people access to medical attention. And people across our region take some time to give thanks to veterans who served our country.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good Monday morning, closing in on 6:01. My name is Jim Freeman. It is Mountain News this morning. Brandon Robinson is here to share some, I guess, kind of gloomy weather details with us. The mood of the mountain, kind of foggy and misty and rainy this morning, Brandon.
Exactly. It's, you know, how that song Smoky Mountain Rain, it's Kentucky Mountain Rain, I guess, this morning. But yeah, it is a dreary start to this Monday out there. Kind of a typical for a Monday, I would think. But get up and get moving anyway. Just make sure you take your rain gear with you as you head out the door. Last week of school for a lot of kiddos this morning, so get up and get them moving. Live pinpoint Doppler radar. We're going to take a little bit of a tour to start the day off. Some heavier pockets of rain. Taking to the first one down near the Kentucky-Tennessee border this morning, crossing into McCreary County, Whitley County, Knox and Bell counties, Harlan County, Lee County, Virginia, from Claiborne, Campbell, and over into, I believe that's Scott County next to Campbell County, isn't it, Jim? Yes. Scott County. There we go. So there you go. Coming across the border in all those counties, coming to that area there. We're going up to the road just a little bit to I-75, just east of Mount Vernon, over toward Jackson County near McKee, and up into Estill and Lee counties as well this morning. High knob camera, overcast skies, maybe even some fog over there at UVA Wise there this morning. Temperatures in the 50s there and low 50s and low to mid 60s out there for the most part as you head through the first part of your day. It's going to be a day that we're not even going to get close to average. It's up to 77 now. I've changed that number on the other graphic there, but again, nowhere close to that and nowhere close to the record, which is 87 set back on this day in 1994. And if we get back to 65 today, consider yourself lucky. Jim?
Thanks, Brandon. It's 6:02. From weather to other news this morning, COVID numbers are beginning to climb again across the Commonwealth. While health experts are not too concerned at the moment, hospital leaders say they will be ready if necessary. The Laurel County Health Department reported 16 cases per week in early April. There was 40 reported last week. Health leaders say most hospitalizations are the unvaccinated or those with underlying health conditions.
I do think that vulnerable persons need to pay attention to these increased rates of positive cases because they may need to take some extra precautions right now.
Health leaders say predictions are not calling for a surge in hospitalizations or deaths. They say people should talk with their doctor about whether vaccinated people should get a second booster shot. In the Big Sandy Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation opened a new clinic. State Representative Angie Hatton of the 94th District, along with clinic leaders, attended a ribbon cutting ceremony in Elkhorn City on Friday. Hatton said in a Facebook post, the new clinic will provide mammograms, pulmonary therapy, along with labs and x-rays. The representative says the facility will provide 20 to 30 good-paying jobs. Two Kentucky mothers say they were troubled and heartbroken to learn their sons were left out of school activities because of their special needs. Fleming County School says the report incident happened this week, but the superintendent adds an initial review shows there are other instances that need reviewed as well. Chad Hedrick talked with those moms, and they say it's tough to share this story but want to protect other children.
They're the doting smiles of mothers who love their boys unconditionally.
He's happy. He's outgoing. Like, during the summer, we're everywhere.
He likes to play on his iPad. He likes to pick with his brother and sister. He's just a happy kid.
Two innocent and happy boys who aren't aware of the negativity in the world, but their mothers are, and say their boys have been singled out.
It's a graduating video of a baby picture and them in cap and gown. I didn't know any of this was taking place, let alone that he wasn't put in it.
We weren't notified to send a picture or anything. And then later found out that they were left out of a fishing trip. And then today I found out that he was left out of a Legends game.
Seth and Jonathan are 6th graders at Flemingsburg Elementary. In a statement Friday, district officials say the incidents, quote, go directly against our mission, vision, and intensive focus on equitable experiences for all students. They say a full and thorough top-down review of policies is ongoing.
I don't want another repeat of this because, you know, not only did I have to go through it once, why should I have to go through it twice when the situation is known? Like, they are part of the school.
Casey and Christy say thankfully they do not believe their sons know they have been treated differently. They hope their stories alert other parents with special needs children to stay involved in their children's school life.
Some people see a video as so small, but to me it's not. Like, that was his last memories of 6th grade. That was my last memories of him being in 6th grade.
That's why I say I hope that he doesn't realize it, because to take that away from him, for what?
Chad Hedrick, WYMT Mountain News.
Fleming County school officials say they're self-reporting school district for incidents like this and have reported this to the U.S. Office of Civil Rights and the Kentucky Department of Education. The district says they will develop an action plan to train staff so things like this do not happen again. An interactive green space for the visually impaired is now under construction. The West Virginia Nursery and Landscape Association is looking to share what everyone enjoys about nature to those who cannot see it. The location is designed for children and adults with visual impairments to enjoy nature and flowers in a sensory way. The green space is being built at the Cabell Wayne Association of the Blind with their help. It is set to incorporate elements of play and learning.
I think they'll learn maybe a little bit more about imaginative play, and I think that they'll learn things about possibly what like different varieties of plants and what they like as a scent, like, you know, and they can decipher between those, and the feel and the touch in the sensory garden. But I think that the playing element too is that, you know, it's just physical activity, which I think all the kids need, just getting them outside.
The construction is set to continue on June 4th. Farmers are now at their busiest time working to get the plants in the ground, and this year's planting season is adding stress for some farmers. The Kentucky Department of Agriculture is addressing the need for mental health resources in rural communities. Jamie French reports.
Farming requires long hours of physical labor, but a portion of the job brings unique stressors that can take a toll on a farmer's mental health. That's why the Kentucky Department of Agriculture created the Raising Hope campaign to bring awareness to the need for mental health resources for farmers.
Farming is a high-risk occupation. Oftentimes, people in the cities don't understand the amount of mental stress that farmers may go through. And so our Raising Hope campaign was founded on the fact that we know mental health issues arise everywhere in America, but we need special focus on rural America as well.
Each year, farmers put all their money in to get their seeds in the ground, but they often don't get to recoup those investments until harvest later in the year. And this year's high input costs creates an even bigger strain on the farmer's wallet. Union County farmers Ryan White and his daughter Mallory say they know firsthand what it's like to face these struggles as a family, and they want to remind others that there is no shame in seeking help.
Well, farmers are really proud people, you know, and we don't like to ask for help or ask for that. So for us, it's a mental thing. We got to, as producers, we have to get over that and realize that, you know, we're living in the modern world and we have issues like everyone else.
Farmers are always at the mercy of Mother Nature and the economy, while constantly feeling pressure of feeding a growing population. Mallory says utilizing Raising Hope's resources can be an easy step towards getting help.
You know, farmers can face challenges mentally with all this time to think and all the added pressures that they face, not only from themselves and their ability to provide for their families, but also their ability to provide for the world that's demanding a lot from them. And so I think it takes taking the first step in recognizing that we are living in a world where this is rising to the surface and people are more accepting and willing to help.
That was Jamie French reporting. Commissioner Quarles says the goal of the Raising Hope campaign is to enhance the quality of life for farmers and their families. People from all across the Commonwealth did what they could to show support for our veterans this past weekend. Local veterans in Carter County were shown some love yesterday. 20 veterans from across various branches of the military were honored with quilts yesterday afternoon. The Carter County Quilts for Veterans presented the nation's heroes with homemade quilts of valor. Those in attendance say it is a wonderful way to celebrate the service the veterans gave to the country.
My father served in World War II, and my brothers served in Vietnam, and I have another brother that was in the military, and I appreciate them so much, and I appreciate all these veterans in Carter County.
It just touches my heart to have them here and to be able to give them a little bit of how we feel in the way of a quilt.
The patriotic quilts are part of the nationally recognized Quilts of Valor Foundation. Carter County Quilts for Veterans has presented 373 quilts since its creation in 2017.
Coming up on 6:11 here on this Monday morning, and we are tracking some rain across our region. Let's go to Line Pinpoint Doppler radar. It's heavy down in the south and spreading north as we go through the morning hours, so it's going to be a soggy start to the day in many areas. Also a foggy start to the day. Zero visibility at Wise this morning over at the Lonesome Pine Airport, 5 miles at Tucker Guthrie over in Harlan, 4 miles in Jacksboro, 3 miles in Williamsburg this morning. And again, anywhere out there that's left 5 miles or less, that is dense fog, so be careful with that. Temperatures running from 57 in Moorhead to 65 in Middlesboro. That 65, a very singular number out there today, and those temperatures may dip a little bit lower. I'm hopeful we will rebound. There was a couple hard words to say in a row there, back in the mid-60s by this afternoon, but some spots may not make it. Rain could be heavy at times, and that's basically the first trend of the week there. A soggy final week overall for the last days of May. Have some dry spots in there, much cooler, but a dry Memorial Day weekend. Jim?
Thanks, Brandon. It's 6:11. Thanks for joining us for Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up next, the former president of the United States pays a big fine for going against a judge's order. That's just ahead this morning.